Hello everyone. In the last class video, we have completed the introduction part of chapter number 10, gravity. It means we have completed the portion of the simple topic or general topic which are related to gravitations. It means we have completed the knowledge about the orbit, the knowledge about the centripetal force and the gravitational force or gravitations. So now dear friends, in this class or in this today's class, we will continue according to our NCERT book with the next one topic, that is universal law of gravitation. This one topic is very important for this one chapter, so we will study about it. But before it, we want to clear one more topic which is short but very important, that is gravity. What is gravity and what is the basic difference between the gravity and the gravitational force or gravitation? So first of all, we will clear that what is gravity. Gravity. So what is the meaning of gravity? Dear friends, gravity means that the gravitational force between an object and the Earth's planet is called gravity. A gravitational force between an object and the Earth's planet is called gravity, right? So now, the difference between the gravity and the gravitational force. So we can create the difference between the gravity and the gravitational force. Difference will be very close relations, but there is a difference between the gravity and gravitational force. Difference will be, gravity means attraction force between an object and Earth planet. It means it is an attraction force. An attraction force between an object and Earth planet is called gravity, right? Now, the gravitational force means an attraction force between any two objects, right dear friends? Attraction force between any two objects is called gravitational force, but the attraction force between an object and Earth planet is called the gravity. So this is the basic difference between the gravity and the gravitational force, and we know that the properties of the attractions between two objects is called gravitation. So sometimes we can assume that gravitation and gravitational force both are same, but there is a small difference or small difference between the word of gravitation and gravitational force, and it is a non-contact force. So now dear friends, we are going to start our main topic, that is universal law of gravitation. In the case of universal law of gravitation, dear friends, first of all we will clear the statement. It means what is the law of universal law of gravitation, what is the universal law of gravitation, and then we will derive the formula of gravitational force with the help of law of gravitation. So the definition, it means statement of universal law of gravitation will be universal law of gravitation. So now we are writing the statement, it means theoretical statement of universal law of gravitation. So in the exam it may be possible that question with the language that state the universal law of gravitation. State, it means we have to write down only the statement of universal law of gravitation. So the statement is that according to this law, the gravitational force is directly proportional to the product of masses of two objects and inversely proportional to the square of the distance, and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the center of two objects. So this is the statement which is called universal law of gravitation, and according to this law, the gravitational force is directly proportional to the product of the masses of two objects and the inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the centers of two objects. This is called the universal law of gravitation. Now dear friends, we are going to derive the formula of universal law of gravitation. अब हम यहाँ पर universal law of gravitation के concept के according gravitational force के formula को derive कर रहे हैं. So the next one portion of today's class we are writing on the board. We are understanding that the derivation part. Derivation part means mathematical procedure by which we will form the formula of gravitational force. So let me start. So we know that, dear friends, before starting the derivation part, we have to write down the theoretical description about the derivations. It means which physical quantity we are assuming with the which name. So first of all, for the derivation part, we can assume that there are two objects, object A and object B. Supposing that the masses of these two objects are m1 and m2, and the distance between the centers of these two objects are r. This is the distance between the centers of these two objects, and the masses are m1 and m2 separately. Write down. Okay, so they are feeling the attraction force between each other, right? So according to universal law of gravitation, we are discussing about the derivation part, dear friends. So first of all, before starting the derivation part, you have to write down the theoretical statement which I am explaining to you right now. So what you will write down before starting the derivation part or mathematical procedure? You will write down after this one statement in your copy, that is, let we suppose there are two objects and B whose masses are m1 and m2 respectively, and the distance between the centers between these two objects are small r. So according to universal law of gravitation, we have written that the gravitational force is directly proportional to the product of masses. So dear friends, according to statement और स्टेटमेंट की जगह हम यहाँ पे क्या नोट कर सकते हैं, अकॉर्डिंग टू लॉ. और अकॉर्डिंग टू लॉ क्या होगा, F proportional to m1 into m2, right dear friends? Because we have written the statement, that is, the gravitational force is directly proportional to the product of the masses of two objects. So this is the mathematical relation. This capital F means gravitational force, which is directly proportional to product of the masses m1 into m2. It means this is the product of the masses of two objects. And another one line according to the statement is that, and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. So we can write down F proportional to 1 upon r square. So by using the universal law of gravitation, these two relations we have. Now from equation first and second, we can write down F proportional to m1 into m2 upon r square. Dear friends, this one relation is called universal law of gravitation mathematically. This one form is called universal law of gravitation mathematically. This is the mathematical form, and this one theoretical paragraph is called the universal law of gravitation. It means statement. This is the theoretical statement, and this is the mathematical relation. Right now, the formula will be, by simplification of this one relation, Dear friends, we will remove the sign of proportionality, so it will be F is equal to G m1 into m2 upon r square. This is the actual formula of gravitational force, where capital G means gravitational constant. Dear friends, this is the actual formula of gravitational force which we have derived with the help of universal law of gravitation concept. Now dear friends, by using this one formula, we can calculate the gravitational force between any two objects on any planet, right? So we can write down the description about this one formula, and we know that formula of gravitational force is F is equal to G m1 into m2 upon r square. This is the formula of gravitational force, where capital G is equal to gravitational constant, right dear friends? और इसको हम यूनिवर्सल ग्रेविटेशनल कांस्टेंट भी बोलते हैं. दिस इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड, कैपिटल जी इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड यूनिवर्सल ग्रेविटेशनल कांस्टेंट. व्हाई? Because the value of G on each or every planet in all over the universe will be always remain constant or same. So that's why, and its actual value is capital G is equal to 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton into meter square per kilogram. This is the SI unit of gravitational constant. We have to learn it because this is the very important question according to short category, right? So the gravitational constant value is 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton into meter square upon means per kilogram square, right? And m1 and m2 masses of two ऑब्जेक्ट्स. यहाँ पर इस फॉर्मूले में जो m1 एंड m2 हैं, ये दो डिफरेंट ऑब्जेक्ट्स की क्या है, मासेस हैं. एंड r मींस डिस्टेंस बिटवीन सेंटर्स ऑफ टू objects. So dear friends, by using this one formula, we can calculate the gravitational force between any two objects, right? But this is very important portions. We have to learn this one line, this one relation directly for the short category question, that is what is the value of gravitational constant. Then answer will be 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton into meter square per kilogram square. One more question may be possible in the board exam or in the exam, that is write down the SI unit of gravitational constant. So the SI unit of the gravitational constant will be Newton into meter square per kilogram square. One more question may be possible in the exam, that is why the gravitational constant is also called universal gravitational constant. Why the gravitational constant is called universal gravitational constant? So reason behind it that because the value of gravitational constant on each or every planet always remains same. So that's why it is called universal gravitational constant, right dear friends? Okay, so now in the next portion, it means now we are going to solve the numerical, but before it we have to learn some values for the help of numerical, for the solution of the numerical. So we have to learn some direct values for the solution of numerical. So in your physics notebook, dear friends, you have to write down these values for the numerical purpose. So write down the mass of Earth. Mass of Earth, it means ME, is equal to mass of the Earth. We can write down, dear friends, what will be the mass of the Earth. So mass of the Earth will be 6 into 10 raised to 24 kilogram. So we have to learn it directly, that the mass of the Earth is 6 into 10 raised to 24 kilogram. Radius of Earth. These values we can use for the solution or in the case of numerical. Radius of Earth, it means RE is equal to radius of the earth will be 6400 kilometer or 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 meter. In the exam the question may be that what is the radius of earth, then you can write down in kilometer format or in meter format as you want. So you can write down 6400 kilometer or you can also write down 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 meters. Similarly, dear friends, mass of moon. Dear friends, according to our NCERT book, we have the description about only 2 planets according to our NCERT book. So that's why we are using the values of mass and radius for these 2 planets only. So the mass of the moon is equal to 7.4 into 10 raised to 22 kilogram. The mass of the moon is 7.4 into 10 raised to 22 kilogram. It means we can compare the mass of the moon with the mass of the earth. This is 10 raised to 2, 100 times larger. Mass of the earth is 100 times larger than mass of the moon, right? Now radius of moon will be 1.74 into 10 raised to 6 meter or 1740 kilometer. We have to learn these values for the numerical purpose and for short category questions also. Now we are going to solve one numerical based on the concept of gravitational force. So this is a numerical based on the concept of gravitational force, because recently we have cleared the formula of gravitational force with the help of universal law of gravitations, and we know that, dear friends, the formula of gravitational force is F is equal to capital G m1 into m2 upon r squares. So now by using the help of this one formula, we will solve this one numerical, right? So first of all, we will clear the language. Dear friends, the language of the numerical is that find the gravitational force between earth and an object. We want to find the gravitational force between earth and an object of 2 kilogram mass. Mass of the object is 2 kilogram placed on its surface, एक particular surface पर placed है, and it is given that mass of the earth is 6 into 10 raised to 24 kilogram and the radius of the earth is 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 meter. Dear friends, हमें यहाँ पर एक और पॉइंट क्लियर करना है. In the case of numerical, radius should be in meter. ठीक है, और ये नेसेसरी नहीं होगा कि each and every category of the numerical which belongs to the gravitational force, the mass and radius will be given. ये हमेशा नेसेसरी नहीं होगा कि हमें न्यूमेरिकल में हमेशा मास और रेडियस की वैल्यू गिवन होगी. इट मे बी पॉसिबल दैट वी हैव टू राइट डाउन द वैल्यूज फ्रॉम आवर साइड, राइट? So according to the numerical, we can clear that. Let me suppose this is the earth planet, right? And this is an object, right, dear friends? This is the center of the earth and this is the center of the object. Mass of the object we can consider m2. Mass of the earth it means m1, right? यहाँ पर हमने दो ऑब्जेक्ट को लेकर के ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स कैलकुलेट करना है. अर्थ के मास को हमने m1 कंसिडर किया है, इट मींस me, और ऑब्जेक्ट के मास को हमने m2 कंसिडर किया है. अब डिस्टेंस बिटवीन द सेंटर ऑफ टू ऑब्जेक्ट्स, तो एक ऑब्जेक्ट तो अर्थ है और दूसरा ऑब्जेक्ट एक सिंपल ऑब्जेक्ट है. दोनों के सेंटर के बिटवीन डिस्टेंस की अगर हम बात करें तो अर्थ की रेडियस क्या होती है? अर्थ की रेडियस हम यहाँ पर स्मॉल आर, फॉर्मूले के अकॉर्डिंग तो स्मॉल आर हो गया, तो यानी कि जो रेडियस ऑफ द अर्थ है वो यहाँ पर स्मॉल आर के क्या हो जाएगी? इक्वल हो जाएगी. तो फिर इस ऑब्जेक्ट का जो सेंटर है इसकी भी तो रेडियस होगी ना. ऑब्जेक्ट का जो सेंटर है इसकी भी क्या होगी? रेडियस. लेकिन ऑब्जेक्ट की जो रेडियस है वो इस अर्थ की रेडियस के कंपैरिजन में क्या है? नेग्लिजिबल है. क्यों है? क्योंकि ये बहुत ही ज्यादा क्या है? शॉर्ट और स्मॉल है. सो दैट्स व्हाई वी कैन कंसीडर दैट द रेडियस ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट इज 0 एज कंपेयर टू द रेडियस ऑफ द अर्थ प्लैनेट. अर्थ प्लैनेट के कंपैरिजन में ऑब्जेक्ट की रेडियस 0 है. तो फिर हम क्या सपोज कर रहे हैं कि ऑब्जेक्ट जो है बिल्कुल पूरी तरह से अर्थ प्लैनेट की सरफेस पर ही रखा हुआ है. तो यहाँ पर ऑब्जेक्ट के और अर्थ के सेंटर के बिटवीन जो डिस्टेंस है वो अर्थ की रेडियस के इक्विवेलेंट ही हमेशा कंसीडर होगी, राइट? सो नाउ वी आर यूजिंग द फॉर्मूला. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इन द सॉल्यूशन पार्ट we are writing what is given, because this is the procedure of numerical. Given mass of earth, it means m1, that is 6 into 10 raised to 24 kilogram. रेडियस ऑफ अर्थ, इट मींस कैपिटल आर। यहाँ ध्यान रखना है कि अर्थ की रेडियस और ऑब्जेक्ट की रेडियस दोनों अलग अलग हैं, लेकिन ऑब्जेक्ट की रेडियस अर्थ की रेडियस के कंपैरिजन में बहुत ही स्मॉल है, इसलिए हम उसको जीरो यानी कि नेग्लिजिबल कंसीडर कर रहे हैं और फॉर्मूले में अर्थ की रेडियस को ही डिस्टेंस बिटवीन द सेंटर ऑफ टू ऑब्जेक्ट के इक्विवेलेंट कंसीडर कर रहे हैं। सो इट विल बी 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 meter, right? Now the mass m2, mass of the object is 2 kilogram, so we have to calculate the gravitational force. So dear friends, because we know that F is equal to capital G m1 into m2 upon r square, so it will be F is equal to capital G mass of the earth into m2 upon r, e का मतलब हो गया रेडियस ऑफ अर्थ का स्क्वायर। आप यहाँ पे डायरेक्ट भी यूज कर सकते हैं। सो इन द नेक्स्ट स्टेप इट विल बी F इज इक्वल टू कैपिटल G की वैल्यू वी हैव टू लर्न डायरेक्टली विच वी हैव डिस्कस्ड इन द प्रीवियस टॉपिक, दैट इज इट इज ग्रेविटेशनल कांस्टेंट एंड इट्स वैल्यू इज 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11 into mass of the earth 6 into 10 raised to 24 into mass of the object 2 upon radius of the earth 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 होल स्क्वायर। ये जो वैल्यूज जो आपको यहाँ फॉर्मूले की फॉर्म में पुट करने पे जो फाइंड आउट हुई है, ये बहुत ही टिपिकल आपको फॉर्म शो हो रही होंगी, लेकिन इसको सॉल्व करने का एक प्रोसीजर होता है, हमें उस प्रोसीजर के अकॉर्डिंग इसको सॉल्व करना है। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी विल सॉल्व द और पावर फॉर्म वैल्यूज, यानी कि जो tan की पावर में जो वैल्यूज यहाँ पे इस न्यूमेरिकल की स्टेप में शो हो रही हैं, हम उनको पहले सॉल्व करेंगे। तो हम इनको पहले सेपरेट करते हैं। सो दैट्स वाई 6.67 इंटू, और 6.67 कहाँ से लिया हमने, बिकॉज कैपिटल G ग्रेविटेशनल कांस्टेंट इज 6.67 इंटू 10 raised to minus 11 न्यूटन इंटू मीटर स्क्वायर पर किलोग्राम स्क्वायर। 6.67 इंटू 6 इंटू 2 इंटू 10 raised to minus 11 इंटू 10 raised to 24। न्यूमरेटर की पोजीशन पे जो 10 की पावर की फॉर्म में जो वैल्यू है उनको हमने सेपरेट कर दिया राइट साइड पर। सिमिलरली डिनोमिनेटर पे हम सॉल्व कर रहे हैं तो हो जाएगा 6.4 इंटू 6.4 इंटू 10 raised to 12 होल स्क्वायर होने की वजह से 6.4 को हमने डबल टाइम्स मल्टीप्लिकेशन की फॉर्म में नोट किया है, एंड 10 raised to 6 का होल स्क्वायर अगर हम सॉल्व करेंगे तो पावर फॉर्मूले के अकॉर्डिंग ये क्या हो जाएगा, पावर आपस में मल्टीप्लाई हो जाएंगे तो 10 raised to 12। So now we will solve in the next step. So it will be 6.67 into 12 into 10 raised to minus 11 into 10 raised to 24 into, इसको अगर हम न्यूमरेटर की पोजीशन पे लेके जाएंगे तो पावर चेंज हो जाएगी, यानी कि माइनस में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगी और डिनोमिनेटर पे रहेगा 6.4 into 6.4. So that's why F will be equal to, when you will solve the whole part, dear friends, when you will solve in your copy this one whole part, then you will get the answer, that is 19.4 Newton. This is the answer of this one question. So जब आप इस न्यूमेरिकल को सॉल्व करेंगे तो आपको इसका जो एग्जैक्ट आंसर है वो आपको मिलेगा 19.6, राइट। 19.6 Newton will be the right answer of this one step. So it will be the gravitational force between an object whose mass is 2 kilogram and between the earth. Dear friends, I hope that this one solution steps is clear for everyone. Okay, so now dear friends, these are the homework of according to the today's class videos, or according to the today's class you have to solve these questions also in your physics notebook, but from the last of the pages, right? So you have to solve all these questions, all these 4 questions in the copy with the proper solutions, and send me the solution on my personally WhatsApp number in between 2 days, or on school app also. I will provide you the remark, I will give you the response with the remark, that is your answer is right or wrong. If you have any doubt, dear friends, then you can also ask the queries or questions through the Mahabharati school app or through my personal WhatsApp number, right? Best of luck. In the next class we will study about the next one topic according to our NCERT book of this chapter, that is laws of planetary motions. It will be the next one topic for the next class.